Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is a special day because I was able to come on camera. So I'm doing this quite late. Ezra is actually, he's almost 1 month old. He'll be 1 month in 2 days. So yeah, I wanted to do it earlier because he was only £6.11 born. He was literally like so tiny, and now he's probably nearly £8 now. He's literally like packing on the weight, like piling it on. So yeah, he's just sleeping in my arms for a minute. He will be grizzly in a bit because he needs food soon. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and basically tell you how it all went. I want to do like my birth and labour story, and obviously just introduce you to my baby. So this is him. I've just swaddled him, so he's like fast asleep. Here he is. I'm trying to hold his head with my arm. But yeah, here he is. He's absolutely perfect in every way possible. I don't know. Every time I look at him, I'm like, I just can't believe he's mine. It's mad. It's crazy. What's the matter, Dobby? One sec. That's another thing. Dobby, bless him. I haven't been able to give him like any attention, and he's just... He's okay. He hasn't been eating his food really. He's lost a lot of weight. I can feel his spine. Yeah, he's just... he's always been a fussy eater, but yeah, he hasn't been the best. But he seems fine in himself. Like, he wants to play and stuff. He just... I think he's a bit jealous, but not in a nasty way. He's just sad, I think. He always got sad eyes anyway, but yeah. Whew, it's boiling in here. It's literally so hot. That's what I'm not used to, is having the house so warm, because you've got to have it warm for babies. I'm literally sweating all the time. I don't have a bra on either, by the way, so just so you know. So yeah, I'm gonna start with how I went into labour. So just before I was turned 39 weeks, I had like lowered fetal movements, so I went to go and get that checked out. I've already had one episode before when I was about 24 weeks, and I think if you have 2 episodes you're meant to be under consultant then, so I didn't really want to go in, but we was out shopping and I thought, oh, I haven't felt him move at all really today, so it was a bit scary. So I went to the hospital. This was like late at night, so there was like no one there, so they seen me really quickly, strapped me up, monitored me for about half hour, and then they said on the monitor it was fine, like the amount he moved and stuff, but then they said you gotta come back for a scan like 2 days later. I think I went back, so I went for a scan down the Royal, and in the scan they said that there was good amniotic fluid and good blood flow, like it was all fine, but I needed to go back upstairs for them to plot the growth on the graph. But to me, I was just like, oh well, everything's fine then, like it's all fine, I can go now. But I went upstairs, they were plotting on the graph, and they like sent me to like this ward, like with nobody on it, and I just sat down and I was like, okay. And then about 5 different people come and seen me and was like, are you okay? Do you need anything? Do you need any food? Do you want a sandwich? And I was like, am I gonna be here for long? Because I don't know, I just felt very unsettled because nobody really knew what was going on, and they were all like saying, have you been seen to? Have you been seen to? Oh, I didn't know you was coming here. This woman, she was talking to me as if she knew me. She was like, I didn't know you was coming here. How are you here then? And I was like, what are you on about? And then this woman, she came and plotted on the graph, and she was like, I could just see it in her face, like. And I've already had one episode where they said his growth was like 1 week behind or 2 weeks behind or something. So this doctor come then, and he like whipped the curtain round, and he was like, so he hasn't grown for about 2 weeks, so we need to get him out. And I was like, I just thought like, oh my god, he's gonna say I need a cesarean. But he said, we're gonna induce you today. And I was like, well, like right now? And he said, yeah, we can do it now. And I was like, oh, can I go home? Because I just drove down here, I'm getting my stuff. My boyfriend's in work, like, I need to go home. So he was like, yeah, you can go home. Get your stuff, come back down tonight, and we'll start it tonight. So I was like, right, okay. So I rang Luke, he left work, went home, got my stuff, went down, and this was on the Monday. So hang on, let me just check. Oh, this is 4 weeks ago today. So on the 19th of November, I had my first like pessary put in. Oh my god. Oh my, look at that thing going, man. Oh my god. Wow. So I'm not a prude, but I was a bit like, bit thing about it, saying go into this room, take your trousers off, and I was like, do I need to take my knickers off? And she was like, yes, I need to examine you. And I was like, oh god. So she stuck her fingers right up inside me, and it's not just like just in your vagina, they need to go right up into your cervix. And I'm a bit dipsy, so I was like, what is your cervix? Like I just don't even know. And she like literally drew me a diagram, and she was like, so basically your cervix is like at the back, and then up a bit, so they have to like literally stick their fingers, and it's like a maze. It's like they have to really go up there, and it was so painful. I was literally holding on to bed, and I was like, ah. And she was like, yeah, I can't get to your cervix, it's literally like nothing's happening, nothing's dilated, like, yeah. Oh, I forgot to say, they wanted to induce me because I was already really close to my due date anyway, and they were like, you may as well just get it out, and it's safer for us to get him out than for him to stay in your belly any longer. So anyway, so she checked me, said, I can't even get to your cervix because it's so like far back. So they said, this, we're going to put it up you. It's like a tampon thing. This is like the first like start of induction, and you have to leave it in there for 24 hours, and then they check you again, and if nothing's happened again, they try this other thing, and then if that doesn't work after 24 hours, they need to give you a 24-hour break, and then they start the whole thing again. So people are usually in there a lot of the time for 5 days having this done. And I don't know what going into natural labour looks like or natural contractions are, but I think being induced, the contractions that being induced gives you are horrific. Like, I've never felt pain like it in my life. But we'll get to that in a minute, So yeah, I had this thing up me for 24 hours to give me fake contractions, so as if it's like trying to start something. It's, they're trying to get your body to go into labour. So I was like, it was really, really bad period pain. It's the only way I can describe it, but it's like, I don't know, it was like constant pain. Like, usually a contraction is pain for like a minute, and then it goes away for like 5 minutes, and then it'll come for like a minute. But I just felt like in pain the whole time. But I tell you what did help me with pain, it was bouncing on the gym balls. If you're in the hospital, ask them for the gym ball and just bounce on it, because it really helped with the pain. Anyway, so I was like in agony for 24 hours, and they check you, they monitor your belly every 6 hours, so you have to be strapped up, and they just like see how the baby's doing, and it can tell when you're having contractions. And at first I didn't feel a contraction at all, like for a good few hours, and when she come to take me off the monitor, she was like, oh, can you feel those tightenings, those contractions? And I was like, no. And she was like, oh, well, your body's contracting anyway, so that's a good sign. But I couldn't feel anything. But then it was like getting towards the end of the 24 hours, and I was like, I am in pain. Like, and she was like, that's good, it's obviously doing something. So I was thinking, oh, she's gonna check me now, and I'm gonna like be dilated like 3 centimeters or something. She checked me after the 24 hours, and nothing happened. Nothing. It was all that pain for nothing. So I was like, fucking hell. And she said, don't be discouraged, because it's really, really common for the first thing to not do anything. I was like, why would you even bother putting that inside me for 24 hours if it's more than likely not going to do anything? Just put the second thing in me and get it fucking started. Sorry, I'm swearing, but yeah, I'm just really passionate about how much pain I was in. I was in so much fucking pain. But yeah, so because my contractions were so close together then at this point, she was like, we're gonna have to just let them die down on their own, like we can't give you anything for them to go away, I can't give you the next thing when your contractions are so close, because that little gap in between your contractions is giving you a break, and you need the break. So if she gave me the next thing straight away, I would have just had like constant pain, basically. That's how she described it to me. And obviously the baby needs a break as well in between contractions, because the baby's heart rate usually goes down a little bit or whatever. So I had to wait then. I waited about, it wasn't that long, I waited about an hour and a half for the contractions to go down, so there was like a gap. And I was in a lot of pain at this point. And Maya, bless her, Maya, I found out that it's my brother's friend's mother. I need to speak to her because she was so calm, and like, she just, I don't know, she just made me feel at ease, even though I was so erratic and like, oh, I'm in so much pain, like I need something. And she was like, right, I'm gonna give you this because I don't want you to be in any more pain for longer than you need to be. So I just want to get this over with, don't we? And I was like, yeah, I want to get this over with. I just want to make, you know, please. So she was like, right, I'm gonna stick this thing up you now. And it was like a tablet, so this is the next thing they give you. And oh god, so she was going in and I was like, I literally was screaming. This was in the hospital ward as well. She just pulled the curtain around so everyone could hear me. I was just like, stuck it right up in my throat, and it was so painful. She was like, right, I'm gonna stop for a minute, I'm gonna stop, you need to calm down, you need to calm down. 1, 2, 3, breathe. I literally just hold my breath, and she stuck it right up in there. She was like, right, we'll see how that goes for you now. And yeah, if that don't work in 24 hours, you'll have to have a break and then start again. I was like, okay. And within half hour of this thing going in, my contractions were so painful. I was like, like, they were happening probably like every 2 to 3 minutes, but they were lasting a minute. So I was literally like, it was just constant, basically, like it was literally just constant. It was just constant excruciating pain, like crippling. I was just rolling about the whole time. So I was like this for about, I don't know, about 3 hours, and I was like, I was literally screaming. I was like, I am in agony, like I need an epidural now. And they were like, you can't have an epidural until your waters break, like, you know, in like proper labour. I was like, this ain't proper labour. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, this is ridiculous. I was, oh my god, I can't describe the pain, right? It was horrendous. It was the worst pain I've ever been in my life. And I was trying to stay positive in my head. I was like, oh, this is not gonna last forever, this is not gonna last forever, like, come on Beck, come on, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. And Maya come back in, and I was like, Maya, I need pethidine injection now. And she was like, right, I can give it to you, I'll get it for you now. And I was like, get it for me now, I need it now. And with this pethidine injection, they stick it in your arse or your thigh or whatever. And she said, it might make you a little sick. And I was like, I don't care, I'd rather be sick than have this pain. And she said, it won't completely take the pain away, but it'll take the edge off. Stuck it in my ass, and I would say within about 15 minutes or something, what I'd done, like in between the contractions, so like the little break you have, you're still in pain, the little break I was having, all the pain was going away, so I made the actual contraction feel way more painful, if you get me, because like I was really feeling it, like I was having a break of like nothing, and then it was like pain, and then, so that's what I'd done, and it made me physically sick. I was spewing, I think I spewed about 4 or 5 times. It was awful. And obviously I didn't eat that much anyway, because when you're in that much pain you're just not hungry, so it was just like watery. Oh, it was awful. It was literally horrendous. And then I would say about an hour after I spewed, and this was about 5 in the morning, my waters just went pop, and it just feels like a big hot, like, pop of warm water just popping inside you. And I was like, my waters are broke. Because I didn't have, in my bed, I didn't have like a red buzzer to like buzz for attention, so I just had to shout, like when I wanted something I just shouted. I was like, I need to go to the labour ward now. the woman come in. I think she thought that I peed myself, but she was like, oh yeah, your water tap broke. So she stuck her fingers at me and she was like, you're 6 centimetres. I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I was screaming in pain, agony, and she was like, right, we need to go for the labour ward. I went to go and stand up and I could literally feel him like there, like I could feel him. I was like, no, I can't walk. It feels like I need to poo. I'm gonna poo myself now. I'm gonna poo myself. And they were like, okay, we'll get you a chair. I was trying to ring my mother. My mother wasn't answering. Do you know what my mother was doing at 5:30 in the morning? She was having a bath. She was in the bath, ready to go to work. Crazy woman. She don't start work till bloody 9 o'clock. Anyway, rang Luke. He answered and he was like, okay, I'll come down now. And I must have accidentally rung him again and he could just hear me screaming. He said in the car, you were just crying, just listening to me scream. And yeah, it just, so like after that second pessary, it probably took 5 hours in total for my waters to break. So yeah, I would say I was in, and then 2 hours later, I actually had him. So overall, it was like 27 hours of being in the hospital. So yeah. Anyway, back to my story. So yeah, I rang him and then I had to ring my stepdad to get my mother's attention because I wanted my mother to be there in the delivery room. And I was like, Gary, I'm 6 centimetres, you need to tell mommy to come down. And he was like, okay, we'll come down now. And they got there literally within like 10 minutes. Thank God I didn't have it in Prince Charles, which is quite scary because by March it's all going to be changed and like my next baby I'm probably going to have her in Prince Charles, and it's a 40-minute drive away, that one is. So but yeah, thank God I had it in the Royal because I actually don't think they would have made it. So yeah, they come down, they wheeled me to the labour ward, they got me on this bed. I think there was a midwife called Laura there. I was screaming in her face. I was like, I want an epidural, no. She was like, Becky, breathe, you're not breathing. And I was like, I am breathing, I need an epidural now. I was shouting at them so much. I think it was Laura. Maya was just like, I don't know what's wrong with her. And then she was like trying to stick this like needle into my hand and she was like, calm down, breathe Becky, breathe, you're not breathing. I was like, I am breathing. I was shaking, I was just like a wild animal, I was just crazy. And then they said to me, the anaesthetist is in theatre doing a C-section, so she can't come and give her an epidural right now, you're gonna have to wait. And I was like, what do you mean wait? Why is there only one anaesthetist doing one thing? Oh my god. I was literally like beside myself. I couldn't have this epidural. I was like, this is the worst day of my life. And then so I kept screaming for an epidural. I was like, I need an epidural now. And at this time, the contractions, you can literally feel the baby coming down the canal. Like I could feel, it just feels like you need a really, really painful poo. And I was like, I'm pushing. My body was just pushing. Like I wasn't even trying. I was trying to hold her in, you know when you're trying to hold in a poo, but you can't hold in a baby, like it's gonna come out. So it would just come in and I was like, shall I push? And they were like, yeah, if you feel like you need to push, just do it. And I was like, oh. It was painful, but so my mother and Luke come in then, like Luke come in first, then my mother, and then it was about 5 minutes after and Maya went, Becky, you are ready to have this baby. She was still so calm. She was like, she just sat her shit together. You're ready to push for this baby, Becky. You need to stop pushing. You are 10 centimetres. And I was like, oh, no, I don't want to push. And they were like, right, here's your Gasonate. Oh, Gasonate though. That shit. Some people, it don't work for them, but for me, it was amazing. And they were like, stop puffing on it when you're not having a contraction, because they could like see when I'm having contractions. They were like, you're just puffing on it now for no reason. And I was like, but I love it. It feels like if you've ever done like laughing gas, like balloons, it was like the exact same feeling on tap, like. So I was just going for it. And then they were like, right, you gotta push. And I was like, okay. And it's just, you have to push with every fibre of your being. Like, but I was shouting as I was pushing, and she was like, stop shouting because all the force is coming out of your mouth and it needs to be like down there, you need to be forcing down there, not out here. And I was literally just like, ah, ah. She was like, is shouting helping you? Is shouting? I was like, yes. And she was like, okay, okay. And then she was trying to put another needle in me or something, I don't know what she was doing, and she was like, when you she was like, the anaesthetist wouldn't come near you anyway, Beck, because you're just a crazy woman. And I was like, oh, I promise I'll be still. And I was just like, I went like a rigid board. I was like, she was like, when you cooperate, you're very good. I was like, I know. Yeah, so I was still screaming, and then I could really feel him coming in, so I just like push, and they were like, come on, the head's there, the head's there. And I think once you hear the fact that they can see the head, you just think, right, come on, let's do this shit. And I pushed it out, and then they were like, the head's born, the head's born. And then I just had to do like a few little like to get the shoulders out, and then he just flopped out, and then he just come onto my chest, and it was just the most amazing feeling ever. But he was really, really blue, so I was like, oh my god, is he okay? Is he alive? Is he alive? And they were like shaking him, like trying to get all the gunk off him, and they were just shaking him. I think they were trying to get a cry out of him because he wasn't crying when he came out. And then he just went like a, oh. And I was just like, yeah, it was crazy. It just happened so fast, like from the moment like my waters broke, it just, I don't know, it all happened so quick. It was like immediately he was there. And it sounds like 2 hours. I was probably like actually pushing for about an hour, which sounds like a long time, but an hour goes like, it feels like 2 minutes have gone. So yeah, so he was born at 7:10 on the 21st of November, weighing 6'11". And oh, they measured him wrong as well. They said he was 59 centimetres, but he was actually 49. So yeah. And yeah, it was the best, it's the most surreal, like best moment of your life. And all the pain just goes away immediately, and you're just like, oh my god, thank god he's here. Oh, it's just so much relief. And then she looked down and she was like, you've tore a bit. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to have stitches. Oh my god, oh my. She was like, yeah, it's fine, we'll give an injection. So I could feel it like put the injection in, and then she was like, right, suck on the gas in here. And I was sucking and sucking, and I've got a video, I put it online. I just wanted to show people like, this is reality, people. This is what happens. This is what it's really like. It's not all, well, I know a lot of people have really good pain thresholds and they don't scream and shout and do what I done, but I don't have a good pain threshold. But I'm really, really proud that I actually done it without an epidural, and I bossed it. Like I literally felt like Superwoman after. I was like, I am amazing. Because I was singing, like, while she was stitching me up, Eye of the Tiger. I was like, it's the Eye of Tigers. I was just going mad. And then I started singing Who Let the Dogs Out. And then she stuck something at me. I don't know what she stuck at me. Or she was trying to get something out, or I don't know what she was doing. And I was like, oh, it feels like you're shoving a big dick inside me. And she was like, I assure you I'm not. But yeah, that's what I was going to say, because all the midwives, they finish at 7 o'clock, so while I was pushing, because he was born at 7:10, Meyer was handing over to Ria, and I was like, Ria, your name's Ria, oh yeah Ria, can you come and deliver my baby please? And then, and when Luke come in, he come in, I was like, he got diabetes, you look after him, okay, you look after him. He actually does have diabetes, so I just knew like he was probably shaken up by it all. And I thought, he needs Lucozade. He needs Lucozade. But yeah, well, like while I was pushing, I had like Luke spray me with a spray bottle of water. I was like, I need water, spray me. And he had a flannel on my head. I was boiling, I was shaking. I started to see stars because I was just like, felt a bit dizzy. And they were like feeding me like these sugary sweets, and I was like, I like them, give me some more. This is all while I was pushing as well. I was just like, like a mong. Yeah, and then after, they bring in about 20 slices of toast, so Luke was buttering me toast and jam, and he was feeding me, and yeah, But yeah, I didn't feel it stitch me up at all because I was pumping on that gas in it. So I think if you just like suck it until you can't suck no more, that sounded awful, but you know what I mean, it does work. It worked for me anyway. I literally couldn't feel it stitch me up, and my stitches, they healed really, really well. Like everyone's saying, oh, it really stings and everything, and it did sting like when I was peeing afterwards, but like probably stung for like a week and that was it. But yeah, I've only now just, TMI, coming off my period, so I've been on for like a whole month. So yeah, that wasn't fun, and I can't use tampons, so I've had to use pads, and pads are disgusting. So yeah, that is how I give birth. That is my story. Let me know if your story is similar, because I like to hear people's stories. Yeah, that's what I kept asking people. I was like, does it feel like you're gonna die? Like, are you gonna die when you give birth? And people's answers are different. Like for me, it hasn't put me off. I will do it again tomorrow, because I think the feeling after it is so overwhelming and amazing. Like I can't even remember the pain now. Like I obviously remember it, but I found the contractions 100 times worse than actually pushing it out. When I was pushing out, because like, this sounds weird, but you know when you have a poo and it's like like you feel like you're just cleansing, you're just getting rid of everything. I felt like in between the contractions, because you'd have a little break where you can just like, and they were like, right, you're having a contraction, push again. So I was pushing again, and in between I was like, it's not even that painful. Like it was painful, but I was like, and I could feel myself calming down a bit, and then I push and scream again. But yeah, I just didn't find the pushing that bad. So I feel like now I've been through that pain and I know what to expect now. I'd do it again, 100%. Like, yeah. I want to try for another one in about 3 years time, so 2.5 years, so he'll be 3 when he has a brother or sister. Hopefully, anyway. Hopefully it works out that way, but yeah, so now I'm going to go on to the aftermath of it all. So yeah, we were discharged like on the day, like we literally went home on the day. I did want to breastfeed, and I breastfed him 4 times before I left the hospital, but like at home I just found it really, really difficult to get him to latch on. Like I was trying so hard, and he just wouldn't latch on. Like he was right on the end of my nipple. Yeah, I tried to express this. I expressed it into a bottle. I bottle fed him some of my breast milk, and then I was like, I just can't do this because your boobs, oh my god, like 3 days after you give birth, my boobs were like rocks. I would show you a picture, but it's horrific. They were like, people say it's like having a boob job, and it is, because you could literally see like the line around, and they were like solid, so painful. I can't, like for me, that pain, I found it horrific. I was like, why doesn't anyone tell you how painful this bit is? Everyone tells you about labour and giving birth. Nobody tells you about your boobs. They just go like, oh, it looked like I'd been on botch, like I had a botched boob job. It was, oh, it was awful. They were so disgusting. And they were leaking, and everyone said to put cabbage leaves in your bra, so I put like cold cabbage leaves, and I had this really, really tight bra, and that did help. But then the girls were like, Beck, you stink of fart, and I was like, I know. So I had to ditch the cabbage leaves. So I just wore a really, really tight bra constantly for like a week, and then they eventually went down, and now I am left with saggy pita bread boobs. They're just so ugly. They just don't look the same, and I think that's what I'm trying to come to terms with. My body just doesn't look the way it used to look, and I'm like quite upset about that. I feel a bit shit, but look what I've got. Look what I've got. I've got you, my gorgeous boy. He's flat out. Oh my god. So when your boobs go down, it's great. So I have been bottle feeding him now, and he loves the milk I'm giving him. I'm giving him Aldi's own brand Mamia milk. week, and he just loves it because I read it's the exact same ingredients as the Actimel, like the old formula, like the old recipe or whatever of it. I don't know what it's called. Something happened with the Actimel formula where it was making baby sick, and this Mamia milk is made in the exact same factory as Actimel is. So yes, so I give him that and he loves it, but he has had a little bit, I don't know whether he's got colic, silent reflux, I don't know, but he was screaming the house down last night, and I mean like for a good hour and a half, 2 hours, literally I just couldn't settle him. So I gave him some grape water and he eventually went down. My mother, bless her heart, she come over and she was like, go upstairs, go to bed, just go to bed, I'll have him for you down here. So she slept downstairs with him, and yeah, I don't know what my mother does, but she just got some like weird magic touch, and like whenever she comes over and has him, he just sleeps through. I don't know what that's about, but yeah. Yeah, he's alright. He's okay at sleeping. I just find it takes a long time for him to like really get into a deep sleep for you to put him down, because when you go to put him down, if he's not in a deep sleep, he'll stir and he'll be like, "Meh." So I have to pick him back up and like rock him again. So I have to make sure he is like, I have to do the dead arm test, so like I pick his arm up and if it flops down, I know he's in a deep sleep. So yeah. But yeah, the tiredness, I mean, I've never been a good sleeper anyway, so I was like, oh, it'd be fine, like I don't really sleep that much anyways, like I'll be good. The sleep deprivation is like on another level. It's on another level, honey. Yeah, nobody can prepare you for it. Like everyone tells you about it, but it's like, wow. Wow, it literally makes you like go a bit cuckoo. Like Luke, one night I was watching him, he was like looking under the quilt, he was like, oh, it's Joe, it's Joe. I was like, what are you doing? He was like, oh, I thought the baby was under the quilt. He was looking for the baby and he was in his crib. I was like, Luke. He'd done that twice as well, so yeah. Yeah, I would say that's the only like hard bit about being a parent is the sleep, the lack of sleep. So I'm hoping as he gets older he gets better, but who knows? You never know with these things, do you? One sec, I've got to turn this heating down because I'm going to... Oh. But yes, we have been out a couple of times, but I'm finding it really hard to like just get out and about. Like I just want to like pop in and out and get some milk. Can't really do that because I have to like obviously take him with me. I can't leave him in the car. So like get the pram out, get the thing out, put him in. Da, da, da. It's quite hard. It's quite hard to get out and about. So I have been like stuck in the house, but I'm gonna go to these Mammy and Me groups at some point. I'm gonna have to like get out into the world because I will literally go crackers. If I would say I had like, is it baby blues or whatever, I was really emotional for like the first 2 weeks, but not really. Like I've had like about 4 different episodes of me just crying for no reason. Yeah, I feel fine. Like I feel fine in myself. I obviously have my down days, but apart from that, I'm just plodding along, being a mother. Yeah. Oh, my gorgeous boy. My gorgeous boy. But yeah, he looks exactly like his dad. I haven't had a look in. Thanks. But no, I did want him to look like Luke. I think he might have my skin though. It's not good. It's not good at all. It's just not. If you got my skin, I feel sorry for you. Yes, I do. Because I have red, like I burn really, really easily. Whereas Luke, he's like really tanned. So we do have a holiday booked in August. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not gonna bake him in the sun or anything. I'm gonna keep him under the shade with me. Put factor 50 on us both. And yeah. Because I will literally burn to a crisp otherwise. So yeah, sorry I haven't had a chance to just sit down and film, but you just don't have a chance to do anything. Like the fact that I'm able to put some makeup on, I have to have him in one hand and like try and do my makeup with one hand. So, and I've put fake tan on. I've tried to make an effort. It's really, really hard. It's really hard. Even just to have a bath. I haven't had a bath this morning. I'm gonna have a bath now. I can't believe he's going to be a month old already. Like this whole month has just been like a blur of like, oh my god. But yeah, he's a gorgeous boy, you know. Oh, that's what I was going to say. 3 days after I gave birth, his umbilical cord was like a bit gooey and a bit bloody, so I took him to the hospital about that, and he was really smelly, and they said he had a bit of jaundice. So I was like, oh my god. So he had to have blood taken from his hand, and I couldn't even look. I was like so emotional. I was like, oh my god. And I hate blood. I don't know if I've said this before, but I literally couldn't look. I was like, I'm gonna like faint if I see that coming out of him. They said he had a little bit of an infection on his belly button, so they just said to wash it with warm water, and it went. So it eventually fell off and it was fine. And he did have a bit of jaundice, but it wasn't enough to keep him in, like to give him that like sunbed treatment thing. So yeah, apart from that, he's had a bit of a blocked nose, suck the boogies out with this sucker thing. Yes, and give him some saline drops. But yeah, apart from last night when he was screaming holy hell, he is a lush baby. You know, you gorgeous boy. You gorgeous boy. Just sleep, eat, repeat, don't know. Sleep, eat, repeat. I just can't wait for him to like laugh and like show some emotion. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. Yeah, absolutely besotted in love with my baby boy. You know. Yes, I am. He's a gorgeous boy. Yeah, I gotta stop filming now because I'm literally like sweating my tits off. Hopefully I can edit this at some point and show you this soon rather than later, and then maybe upload some more videos of him, of how he's developing. I just want to show you him again, but he's just... Oh! I have to sanitize that now. There he is! Angel face. Angel face. Oh, there he is. Oh, look at his lips. Oh. 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 Oh my god, he's so beautiful. But yeah, he is literally, he's gone so big. I'm so sad. I thought they stayed small, like really small, for a really long time. But no, like the health visitor came, so he was £6.11 born. Health visitor came like 2 weeks after, £7.05, and now she's coming tomorrow. He's 100% gonna be £8 something probably. He's packing on the weight, so he's drinking 4 ounces every 4 hours. Can't get over him. He's big boy. You're gonna be big boy. You know, my big strong boy. Yes, you are. You're gonna be big strong boy. That is basically it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and it wasn't too all over the place, but it probably is all over the place because I'm all over the place. I'm not exactly with it these days. Going a bit crazy. But yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.